Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be explaining a trade that I took on NQ this morning and why I took it. So on the 1 hour you could see that we are in clear consolidation. We have been Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Prior to that we had a bullish run, but that doesn't really matter because price can go either way out of this consolidation. It could burst up, continue bullish, or burst down. So I'm going to show you what I did and how you can trade the consolidation zone. So we're going to use this swing right here as a reference. So on the 15-minute, I went ahead and I drew my supply and demand zones. Here's my supply and here's my demand. Basically, you are doing ICC from there on out on the smaller time frame. So I'm going to scale down to the 1 minute and show you exactly what happened at 9:30. So I was waiting for price to tap the zone at 8:30 or 8:40. Price tapped the zone pre-market. It created a bearish trend. Comes 9:30 and here comes this whoop-de-doo mess that's going on here. This is basically another form of consolidation. So all you're going to do is mark your levels. You're going to mark this, you're going to mark that. You're going to wait for price to break out. At this point, you're not looking for indication, correction, continuation. You already had your indication. Your indication equals your direction, and your direction is bearish. So you're just waiting for a confirmation. This candle right here, this bearish engulfing candle, is a confirmation. You don't need it to go back up and retest. So you put your stop above there, or you can put it above here or above here, whichever you're comfortable with. So you put your stop loss. Your target is going to be the 1 hour demand. As you can see, it did hit TP and it tapped it. Now you're going to close out of this trade. This trade is done. That's it. At this point, it's 10 a.m. Now you're just watching the chart. So you want to see, is price going to respect this demand zone and we're going to stay within this 1 hour consolidation zone between the gray lines, or are we going to break out of it? So you do the same exact thing over here. It's just ICC, except you don't need indication. You're just waiting for the correction to finish and a continuation. So you could see this is the correction that's going on. And it's not always going to have clear structural, but here you could kind of see it was making, here's a low and made higher high, higher low, higher high, and then it started to break structure right here. It failed to make a higher high. So because it failed to make a higher high, I could see that structure is about to break. But for me, I'm not comfortable taking it up from right here, even though you could. I'm going to take it from once it breaks out of the zone. So you could see price broke out of the zone. You could have honestly taken it from here. I mean, you could have honestly taken it from here. Anyways, you wait for price to break out of this zone, and then your stop loss can go above here or above here. But now that I'm looking at it, honestly, if you just use this Pathfinder, then you could see that here's a low, here's a higher low, kind of a higher low, or a higher high, higher low, and then a higher high, and then a higher low, and then it failed to make here, and then it created this candle. Honestly, I would have gone in right here, actually, because it broke this area right here. So let's actually put the short there. It just makes more sense. Put it above this wick. And then now you're going to target the next 1 hour swing, which is all the way, the next 1 hour swing is all the way down here. This is where the last buying pressure was. So this is going to be your 1 hour swing, right there. Boom, there's your 1 hour swing. That's going to be your target. Go back to the 1 minute. Okay, so that's going to be your target. Now, price is also breaking out of the 1 hour consolidation. So that's even more confirmation for me to hold this, because I know price is about to dump, because it's been shaken up in a Coke bottle in this 1 hour consolidation for 3-4 days. So I know it's going to dump, and it did dump. Now, after price hits its TP, you're out of that trade. Now what you're going to look for is the same exact thing: indication, correction, continuation. You already know your indication is we're selling. So now you're just looking for the correction to finish, which is what we're in right now. So all of this is correction. All of this is correction. This is not even correction, actually. This is just choppiness. This is consolidation. So if we delete the TP level, just to mark it out the same way you did on the 1 hour. This is just consolidation. That's all it is consolidation. So you're looking for it to break out of the consolidation, which it did right here. And it actually created ICC this time. So it made an indication, correction, continuation. That could also have been your time to enter. The only time I'm not entering, waiting for a correction, is if I get a clear candle confirmation like that, bullish engulfing bar, or I'm getting a huge rejection wick. Otherwise, you're waiting for that correction. Wait for that correction, come in on the break of structure right there. This would have been your third entry, break of structure. Where stop loss up here, you can put your stop loss up here, or you can do keep here to be safe. So your third entry, and you're taking this all the way down to TP3. Where's TP3? The next 1 hour swing, which is all the way down here. That's where you want to take it. So it's easier to trade this way than it is to try to hold this whole time without securing profits. So basically, you're just looking for indication, continuation, or correction and continuation. Indication is already the direction the trend is going. So right now we're in a bearish trend. So I don't need to look for indication anymore. When I hop on the charts, you just need to look for the correction. Whereas what is price currently doing? Are you in a continuation or are you in a correction? If this was happening pre-market, then you say, okay, I'm in a correction pre-market. I'm looking to enter the continuation. If price is already in continuation pre-market, then you just gotta kind of ride it or sit on your hands. And yeah, that was today's trade.